Morning everybody, and hello to all you YouTubers, YouTube viewers. There's been big news this morning because, and this is the real world, this is what is really happening. I've had a woodpecker on my nuts. This is a really good sign. Not only he's a black and white thing with a bit of red round his bottom, or he's got a sore bottom, and he's been pecking at my nuts on there, which is really good. And as I crept up to watch him, he had a beady eye on me and he flew off. But then, guess what? I only saw a kingfisher go past as well. And it just reminds me, you know, when you see a kingfisher, you sort of make a wish, don't you? When I lived in Charlton, we only saw sparrows, saw the odd greenfinch and the odd chaffinch, and that was about it. We'd go up the woods and have a look for birds. But in the end, we couldn't find any, so we had to look for the feathered type. Here now, there's no sparrows at all, but a kingfisher and a woodpecker. And it makes you think about, you have to look at things in perspective, don't you? I've got this bad car, which I'll tell everyone about on Ustream in a minute, at 6 o'clock tonight. But this morning, right, a couple of things come back, is that the results of my CT scan have said, which cost 900 quid, I have to say, told me that I have had my lungs damaged by COVID. And the doctor said they're not damaged permanently and it will get better. But if I hadn't have had the injections, it would have been dangerous for me. Now, I'm not going on about someone should have an injection or not have an injection. I personally believe everybody should. It's a personal thing. So don't go writing, how dare you, yeah, but I would have been in serious shit, he tells me, if I hadn't had that done. And then I have the prognosis with my car that now it's gone back with a third time to the fantastic people at Mercedes, I have to say, a great bunch of people. And the third time I took it back in a week or something like that, they've said it's got a vacuum pump or something gone in it. I didn't know the car could hoover the driveway as well, but they have to take half the engine out, so that's not ready till March the 15th. And they've given me this other car, another Mercedes, that quite frankly I can run faster than it. And so there. So I said to my missus, I have this expression now because everything seems to be happening. The hits just keep coming, don't they? And she said, this is a nightmare. I said, no, the nightmare now is being a family in Ukraine and being totally helpless. And all this talk about we're all with you, it's not enough, is it? Are we doing enough? Can we do enough? Let's face it, we don't want to get involved. We can't have a no-fly zone there, can we? Well, because of, if we put NATO jets in there, Russia is going to contest that, isn't it? And we're going to be dogfighting. And this is not dogfighting like a Spitfire, the chasing a 109. This is real powerful warfare. And do we want to have a go at Russia? The answer is no. You only start a battle that you think you're going to win. And I don't think there's any winners in a war with Russia. If we're looking what's happening now in Ukraine, and I love Ukrainians. I like Russian people as well, but I don't know what Putin's doing, to be frank. I don't understand the politics of Russia. And why aren't the Russian people thinking this is all awful? That I'd like to be over there and listen to their news channel, you know. But Ukrainian people, what are we doing to help? Are we just providing enough for them to lose? This is the thing. Do we want to provide enough for them to beat the Russian leader, put him back in a corner, and then what? Kaboom? What can we do? I've no idea. I know I listened to General Richards the other morning, and he's a great general. And he said, are we just prolonging the inevitable? Are we just providing enough help for more Ukrainians to be killed? And he has a valid point. The only way out of these things, I think, is dialogue. It's got to be dialogue, and Ukraine has got a fantastic president, and he needs to call on some of his allies to try and get the Russians and himself round a table and sort it out. As I said before, it might take some concessions, but the brave Ukrainian people won't have a chance. People are saying, aren't they, oh, the Russians, they've run out of fuel in this 40-mile convoy. Why don't Ukrainians attack that? Well, they've got no air power. All their planes, all this talk about Ukrainian planes shooting down Russian planes is bollocks. The Ukrainian planes are thousands of years of age. It's Ukrainians, as much as we want to believe that they can fight back and win this, the reality is Russia will win in the end. What do we do? Why don't they just stop it and talk? Does anyone know what he wants? Does anyone know what this is about? Can we get involved? Can we end up being part of the annihilation of the earth because of Russian aggression? I wouldn't want to be Boris right now. Suddenly those parties and his wallpaper mean jack shit, don't they? Tough old times. That's why I'm enjoying the woodpecker and the kingfisher. Getting things in perspective. Life is not a nightmare. Nightmare is being in a bunker in Kiev thinking, am I going to take my last breath in a minute? A semi-nightmare is sitting here in Europe thinking, what is going to happen? I think we've just got to plod on. Those birds that flew past, they knew nothing. They're just getting on with their lives as best as they can. It's probably what we should do. Pray for Ukraine and pray for the brave people from all countries that have gone out there to fight, and pray that this Russian leader, the leader of a great Russian people, great people, it's about time those great people had a little word in his ear, didn't you think? So what do I know? I'm off to a foreign country today, Cornwall. I'm appearing in Redruth tonight. Come along and listen to me moaning and perhaps have a laugh. Right, better have a bit of a wash. Got to speak to the Ustream mob.
He is Jess Conrad, OBE. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
There aren't many legends left.
Oh, Blake, how dare you come barging into my office?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's a busy man. He's a busy man.
And they don't feed themselves, do they?
You fucking idiot. The digger, it blew over.
Did you have to get another digger to dig out the digger?